This video is going to show you how to set PowerSchool up for your school year. First thing you need to do is you're going to go to PowerTeacher, which is at sdastoria.powerschool.com/teachers. Your username is going to be whatever was provided. Generally, it's going to be your last name in lowercase letters. And your password default is going to be Demetrius123 with a capital D. And then it's going to ask you to change it after you log in. So please make sure you make note of whatever that password is that you change it to. So we're going to come over here. This is the website, sdastoria.powerschool.com/teachers, and I'm going to sign in. When you sign in, you're going to be presented with a list of all of your classes. Note up here that if you are part of several different schools, like the elementary school and the middle school or the Greek school, you will have a drop-down list showing all of the schools that you're located in. So if you don't see all of your classes here, make sure you toggle that, okay? So here's your current classes. We're going to do a little bit of setup that needs to get taken care of first. We're going to click PowerTeacher Pro on the left, and that's going to open up, and we're going to see our screen. You always want to make sure that you're in the quarter that you need to work with. So this one here happens to be quarter 3. I'm going to drop that down, and you're going to see here you have all the different years and quarters. So this is the whole year. This is semester 1, quarter 1, and quarter 2, which make up semester 1, semester 2, and then quarter 3 and quarter 4, which make up semester 2. So the first thing we're going to do is set up our class names, because you'll notice here up top, this is where you can go to change your classes. If I look at these, they all say Elementary Media Center for me, and I'm like, I don't know which one's which. So I'm going to set up my class names. So that's the first step. We're going to go over here to settings, and we're going to go to class descriptions. In your class descriptions, you're going to see here that you have section number. Okay, you can use that section number to indicate what the custom class name is going to be. This is elementary homeroom. It's the only one I have, so I'm going to leave that alone. Now I'm going to come to the Media Center one. I'm going to click on that. This is section K, so I'm going to make this one K. The next one, I have to hit save, sorry about that. The next one is section 1. Save. The next one is section 2. Save. The next one is section 3. Save. And the last one is pre-K. Save. So now if I click up top here where my drop downs are, I'm going to see that these are all identified by their grade level, so there's no confusion when I'm trying to input grades. So that's the first piece of setup that we have. The next piece of setup that we're going to do is we're going to go up here to the A+ grading button, and we're going to take a look at the categories that we have. So when you click on categories, you're going to see a list of categories. I've already filtered mine out, so I'm just going to show all of the inactive ones. All of these categories that are here are the ones that are given to you by the school. These are the ones that we have already created for you to use. You can use any combination of them that you choose, but just be aware that they were created by the school. So generally, we're going to be using classwork participation, quizzes, projects, exams, tests, and homework, the first 4 that are here. The rest of them we don't really use. So I'm going to make those inactive. Now the older grades might be using the other ones separately, and that's entirely up to you. So what we need to do here is anyone that you want to keep, you don't need to really do too much right now. Anyone you don't want to show, you click on the pencil, you make sure that it is inactive, and you save it. Do not delete it, just make it inactive. Same thing again, click the pencil, make sure it's inactive, and save it. Once that's all done, you have one more thing that you can do as well. You can set a default grade. The default grade that PowerTeacher has is the number 10. Most classes like to have a default out of 100. So to fix that, once you've filtered out all the categories that you don't need, click on your pencil, go to where it says Assignment Defaults, and here in the points, turn it into 100. Save. Do that again, click the pencil, assignment default, 100, save. Click the pencil, assignment default, 100, save. Click the pencil, assignment default, 100, save. Okay? Now, as I said before, the categories that are presented here are the ones that the school has set for you. If for some reason you want to make your own category, which I do not recommend, you have to go up to the plus sign here, and you can choose category. At this point, you give the category a name. You can pick a color for the category. You decide if it's active or inactive, and you can give it a description. If you want, you can choose your assignment defaults here. And then on the View All tab, it'll just show you all of the current active ones that you are using. So you can create a whole new category here, and then it will appear on this list. I'm going to just discard these changes. I don't want them. So you can make a category. One more thing that you might want to do, again, it is not really recommended, is change your category weights. Now by default, if you click on here, the elementary school, this is how your report card grades are calculated as you put them in. Classwork and participation is 10%, quizzes and projects are 30%, exams and tests are 50%, and homework is 10%. Middle school, high school, generally you're going to have classwork participation is 10, quizzes is 20, exams and tests are 50, homework is 20. And the afternoon school classes, classwork and participation are 20, quizzes and projects are 30, exams are 30, and homework is 20. If you are okay with this, you don't have to do anything else. Leave it as is, because this is the default that is set by the school in the system. However, if you want something different, different weights, you're going to have to take one further step, which is a little bit more complicated as well. In order to do this, you're going to have to go to your settings, traditional grade calculations, and then you'll see here, you have to do this for every single class. That's why it's a little bit complicated. You'll see here that you have the pencils. These three here are locked because these terms have already occurred, so I can't change them. But let's say, for example, this one here, I can click on the pencil, and it'll tell me what is being averaged and how it's being averaged. So if you want to go by categories, what you would do here, this is, which one did I pick? Semester 2? Actually, let me get out of semester 2. Let me go into one of the quarters. You don't do it for the semesters. You do it only for the ones with the letter Q, the quarters. Click on the pencil. Okay. Your type needs to say category weight. Okay. There's a few options. You're going to pick category. Your attribute is the particular category you want. So classwork, homework, whatever it might be. And then you decide on the percentages here. And then you hit save. So you will have to do that for every single quarter, the ones with the Qs, and for every single class that you want that to apply to. So once again, the way you get to this is you click on settings, traditional grade calculations, and then you have to click the pencil next to every quarter in order to change the percentages for a class. I'm going to bring up one more time the ones that are for the school. These are the pre-made, preset ones. Okay, so if you're good with these, you do not have to do anything with traditional grade calculations. I'm going to close that. So just as a quick review, the few things that you must do before you start working with PowerSchool is you go to your settings, change your class descriptions if you want so that these here are clearer and easier for you to work with. Go to A+ grading, go to your categories, remove any categories that you don't need, make them inactive, and then go to the categories you want to use and change their default grade so that it is one that is more appropriate for you. And then beyond that, if you want to add your own category, you click on the plus sign category. If you want to change the weights, you would go to settings, traditional grade calculations. So that is your setup for PowerTeacher.